G'day Green Thumbs, Nelson here from the Garden City Gardener. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own compost bin out of recycled pallets. Now I'm off to get some pallets. Now as you can see, these are just your average pallets. Just picked up from around the place here, left over from getting deliveries and stuff. Lucky enough to have a pretty big one here on the bottom, which is going to make our backboard. And I'll show you the tools you'll need. Rightio, so pretty basic for this job. All you're going to need is an impact driver. Now I've got a little 6-inch extension on that, just to make it a little bit easier for me to get in those tight spaces. I've also got myself just some tech screws, 65mm. And that's just enough to get through the sidewall of your pallets and into the other pallet when we build it. Anyway, let's get into it. Now all these pallets are different shapes and sizes, so it's going to take a little bit of figuring out where we're going to put them on. So that's the backboard there, ready to go. Now we're going to get our dividing pallets and put them up. So when So on the end here as well, I am going to be having a little section here for just a worm bin for some scraps. So I have got a worm bin that's going to go in here. So pretty well. The reason I am putting this in here is because you do want your worms to be out of the direct sun. So that's what I've got this pallet here for as well. This pallet here is going to form a bit of a roof. As you can see, these pallets aren't in great shape, but you really don't need brand new pallets to be doing this. This is, they're old recycled pallets, and they're going to do the trick just fine. So guys, as you can see, the structural part's pretty well done. What I am going to do though is, because we are on a bit of a gradient on this land here, I will get some bricks just to pop the front up, take a bit of stress off those screws. Now, as you can see, it's not the Taj Mahal, but it does the trick. And keep two compost piles separated here. And then we've also obviously got the worm bin in there as well, which we can put all our kitchen scraps and stuff into. I've just got the building inspector here, just having a bit of a look over my work, making sure she's all understanding. What do you think? Now, as I mentioned earlier, I went and grabbed some bricks. I'm going to put them under the front of these pallets here just to take the weight off the screws. A little bit more sturdy now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to whack some more screws in just to really stiffen it up a bit. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Now, as I mentioned, I am going to be putting my worm bin in here. Now, I've had a bit of a think about it. I've got some shade cloth lying around, so I'm just going to put a bit of it up around the outside and over the roof, just for that little bit of extra protection from the heat in summer, and also the wind and the cool in winter. And there you have it, guys. Good little spot for my worm farm to go. Pretty happy with that. We've got shade cloth on 3 sides here just to keep the sun off, keep the wind out a bit. Now just a bit about what you want to be putting in these compost piles here. Lawn clippings are great, they break down pretty quickly. Obviously you can put them in around your garden once they have dried off a bit, but they make really good compost once they've broken down a little bit. So that's what we're going to start off with. The other thing that's really good for your compost heap is some dried leaves. Any old dried leaves are great. Try and keep the big sticks and logs out of there. You want it to be able to break up and eventually spread it through your garden. So any fine sort of clippings like this, any hedge trimmings, all that sort of stuff, brilliant compost once it's broken down. Now the other thing I will be adding into here is some fresh horse manure. Pretty lucky we have got a couple of horses here on this block, so I've got a fairly good supply of it. Now obviously you can't just put your fresh horse manure through your garden, a little bit too rich, so what we will do is we'll put it in here with our grass clippings, and we'll mix it through, and once it's broken down a little bit, it'll be perfect for the garden. So I've been out and I've got myself some horse poo from around the paddock. I'm going to chuck this all in here now and give it a good stir through. So there you have it, guys, very own composting area, and as I did mention earlier, we are going to be building our worm farm and have that in here, and I will make another video about that, and I will put that in the description below so you can find that there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.